So, the method most people use when they are speed solving the Rubik's Cube is called CFOP, and I think that there is a specific best way to learn it, and we're gonna go through it in this video. So first, let's see what CFOP stands for, and it's kind of weird because CFOP is actually like an acronym of acronyms, because the C stands for cross, which is the only non-acronym part of the acronym, and the F stands for F2L, which stands for first two layers, which and the O stands for OLL, which stands for orient last layer, and the P stands for PLL, which is permutating last layer. So how it works is, in the C step or the cross, you do this and then match these up with the centers, the cross. In the F2L, you put in these blocks into the right place in the corners of the cross. This, and this. In the OLL step, you turn the upper layer so that all the yellow faces face up, and in the PLL step, you move these pieces around so that you can get them to line up in the right place. And so yeah, we're gonna go through on how I learn the CFOP. So this first step is to start with a 2x2, because it's far easier, and if we do a demonstration solve here, you can see that if we start with this white piece, we can just do that, because we won't be breaking any crosses, because this is so much simpler. And then you can do that, and then the last piece you can put in as you would normally, but you can do it with fewer moves, because with two pieces you would have to do this, but with only one piece you can do this, which is only 3 moves instead of 2. And then we already have the FL first layer ready, and then we can move on to OLO, which only has 7 cases instead of the 57 that are in a 3x3. This one only has 7 cases. So there's this, where these are in headlights, and these are like owl eyes, and there's this case, and then there's this, and this, and then there's soon and anti-soon. And the soon and anti-soon, because they're basically mirrors, you don't have when you learn one, you'll learn the other, and and also the opposite corners. So OLO is really so much easier in a 2x2 than a 3x3, that you should really start from a 2x2. So this one is an algorithm which is like this, and now you got your OLL ready, and PLL is even better, because you only have two possible cases, and one is where you have headlights that that you move in the back and do an algorithm, and the other is that you don't have headlights and it's always green and blue, and then red and orange and green and blue and red and orange. There are always those two, and then you only have to learn 2 algorithms for PLL in a 2x2, and that is why you should always start learning CFOP with a 2x2, and yeah, so when you've learned all the algorithms you need for a 2x2, you can move on to the 3x3 and start learning all the other algorithms, like firstly, to look OLL and PLL, which allow you to do OLL in PLL in 2 steps instead of 1, and it reduces OLL case algorithms you need to learn from 57 to only 10, and it reduces PLL algorithms from over 20 to 6. And then after you learned the two-step OLL and PLL and how to make a fast cross and how to do F2L, then you should start moving into 1-step PLL, and then lastly into 1-step OLL, and that is how you should start learning to do CFOP.